Hey guys, Rex here. It's election day +1, and man, are people getting nervous, aren't they? They are. Here's the situation. Like, man has long ago chosen to take God off of the throne and replace him with dudes. And when those dudes are not able to pull off what we want, or not able to accomplish, or don't live up to our expectations, or the system becomes somehow corrupted, like, are you guys shocked that to find out the election process could somehow not be completely on the up and up, or that a certain guy would not, that this could happen? Are you guys shocked that this deal could happen that we're in the middle of now? People are biting their nails, like having strokes, anxiety attacks over this deal. Like, who's shocked? We took God out of his seat of authority. He willingly said, okay, you guys don't want me to be in charge of you? Are you sure about that? Yeah, you have this other guy, see, God? His name is Bob, and we want Bob to be the king. We're going to call him King Bob. It's going to be great. And then we're going to, do this, and we're going to do this. And we'll even pray. Dig this. This is the bizarre part. We'll even pray to God, who we took out of our authority. We asked him to remove himself from the throne. And he's like, okay, I love you guys. I'm going to hand over this throne over you, my people, to whoever you want, because I think you deserve to know how that's going to work out for you. You must see to learn. Like, if I told you how stupid it's going to be, you wouldn't even believe me. So I need to let you guys go through this process. So we're like, okay. And then when it doesn't work out 50,000 times in a row, we start praying like, God, we kicked you out of the throne. We asked you to leave so we could put in our guy, but can you please make sure that this guy is every bit as good as you are? I mean, good luck with that deal. I mean, hello, McFly. And we're a little bit dense to the test, aren't we? We choose to put these guys in authority over us. We have perfect authority at any time we want to. You simply just put him back in authority over you. You remove yourself under the authority of these other guys. Okay? Now, everybody who's in any position of authority on this earth was handed that authority directly by the Almighty. Why? Because they fulfill his will too, in the form of a test. These guys are here to test us. Certain guys test us in different ways too, right? Like, hey, let's hand these goofballs prosperity for a few years. That's a hell of a test. Like, what are you going to do with prosperity and everything going just perfect for your little way of life? Are you going to lose track of things? Are you going to get lost in the pages of Instagram and Facebook and just like completely get lost and out of touch with all reality and completely drop the ball and completely get rid of any responsibility you might have over anything on this planet because now you think you got it? You're going to be like the tortoise and the hare that goes to sleep under the bush and the turtle finally passes it. You know what I mean? Are you going to fall down that road of hubris to the point to where you get so damn cocky thinking that, it's bizarre. It's bizarre, but they're there to learn us. They're there to teach us, man. That's why he allows them to exist. To test us, they fulfill his will. They might not necessarily be his, so to speak, but they still fulfill his will. And so other guys might test us in different ways that make us grow, see? So prosperity is a hell of a test. So is the opposite of prosperity. It's a different kind of test. And for the United States of America, we've had the test of prosperity for a while. Can you still keep your shit glued together when you got all the material possessions you ever needed times infinity? We got ice cubes, running water, furnaces, medical care, clothes. Our biggest complaint is how we're going to entertain ourselves when we're bored during the pandemic while the rest of the world is starving to death. I mean, holy Moses, spoiled rich kid of the world, like that kid from the Secret Garden movie, just I want a party, right? And we're surprised. I mean, I suspect there's a different test in store if the powers change hands, and they eventually will change hands, and we know what the test will be. He wrote it down. He's going to basically remove all the comforts out of this world as a mercy play to remind us of what the point of being here is all about. And actually, it's like nice to have a heads up, isn't it? Because like, I'll tell you, one day, and it might be sooner than we realize, maybe not. I don't know who's going to come out on top of this deal. But at some point, we will realize that like all these material possessions, all these like first world comforts we've inherited is nothing. And we will have to choose to either continue to put silly men in authority over us more, or choose to let him back in our life. You know what I mean? That's the test. Who's going to be your God? You choose. He doesn't force you. He's not a tyrant. He doesn't force you. He loves you. He wants us all to learn everything we're supposed to learn. We're the ones, after all, that wanted the knowledge of good and evil. Why do we complain when we're about to learn about the evil part? Like, why would we complain about that? Like, we wanted to know all of that stuff. He's like, okay, you guys want to learn about good and evil? All right, the knowledge of good and evil, you bet. Well, it's going to be pretty rough, you know. But that's what you really want. Okay. I mean, this stuff is all a test. And I chose to have a good day today. You know why? Because he's my boss. These other guys, it's like it's a whole different freaking universe. Like, it's a different level. It's a different layer. I'm not super worried about that stuff. Like, I have access to all the protection from all the different angels in heaven and everything that he can, like, there's nothing that no earthly power can conjure up to do anything to me that he won't allow to happen to me to test me. It's all a test. Like, hey, can Rex put up with this deal? Hey, is Rex going to get bent out of shape on this deal? You know, when I actually, me personally, just, you know, to maybe explain a little better, I personally struggle the most when I'm prosperous. I do. When I was talking about that, I was, you know, speaking from experience. When I do really good, like, I have a hell of a time. It just, I don't know what it is, but like, I'm a lot happier when I got life is simple. You know, like, went back when I was younger and stuff like that, and there was not a lot of responsibilities. I mean, that's when I'm happier and more fulfilled, because I'm focusing on the things above rather than all the other stuff. You know, you enslave yourself to all the crap you buy that you don't need, and all, you know, all the extra stuff you have. Pretty soon you like live life, you don't even get to enjoy any of the cool stuff that you accumulated, right? I mean, it's kind of silly, right? But again, like, this is all growing too. It's not a test in a bad way. This is all a test in a good way. Let's say worst case scenario, oh man, Biden, he gets it, and they pull in the global reset, and then they're like smoking dudes that don't want to go along with that global reset. You guys know what I'm talking about if you don't look it up. It's coming. I can pretty much, I would guess that the global reset is on its way. It was on its way already with the Donald, though, too. See, that's what people don't realize. Like, they act like he's completely as white as a preacher's sheets, and he's not. Like, he was definitely on board with a lot of that stuff, too. For those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, like, not surprised at all. So it's like either it's a test in a different way. Prosperous times are super, super, super hard for some people. Like, morally and spiritually. Very, very difficult. Because it makes weak men. Prosperous times have made incredibly weak men. Haven't they? What a blessing it'll be when it gets hard again. It really will be a blessing. I'm dead serious. Did you know that there's Chinese, like the Christians in China have been praying for 50 years that judgment would hit the United States so that it will build up the strength of the body. Well, maybe at some point their prayer will be answered, huh? And is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I think that, the impermanence of this life, for those that don't know, is flat on his face obvious if you just, like, realize you do not live forever. And that this is a test. So, the test is like, Can we be distracted by the things of the flesh, the things of this world, enough to get us bent out of shape? Or can we stay focused as the horse bucks of material shit on this earth? That horse is bucking, trying to buck us off, right? Can we stay focused on him? That's the test. That's really all there is to it. I'll tell you what, today I went out there. I went for a walk. It was a beautiful day. It was calm. It was dead quiet. Like nobody's outside. Everyone's biting their nails at the TV. You know what I mean? I checked once or twice because I'm curious. But like beyond that, I'm like, what the hell? Didn't know that would have happened, right? And of course, like there's imminent peril and all that stuff, but that's material. That's the material universe. That's the testing grounds. In fact, I'm honored I could even live in this time to be tested. And by the way, just for reference, those of you that have never seen anything outside our little peaceful boundaries, like outside a controlled environment, okay, that like seen some shit go down, we are living like kings. So today, everything is gravy for me. I go out there, I'm driving a car with air conditioning. I shot my rifle because I was bored. Like, I got so much freaking ammo that I bought. I'm like, I need to shoot this stuff off more often. I'm doing, like, up drills and stuff like that, you know, trying to, like, sort of polish up again. Because, what are you going to do? I mean, that's pretty blessed. I got a meal planned for tonight. I got, like, I don't know, there's beautiful scenery out there. I saw some buffalo. I don't know, like, I didn't have a bad day at all. I refuse to fail the test knowingly. Like, if I know the answer, I'm not going to write down the wrong freaking answer, as much as I would love to sometimes. Yeah, sometimes we, you know, the flesh gets the better of us, but like this one's easy though. It's like, okay. I think that people need to refocus and reprioritize their entire life. Once you get it centered back on with what it's supposed to be centered on, and you put him back in charge, and you realize that there is nothing outside his control, and everything he allows to happen to us is for our betterment if we're his.